Hello everyone, Kayla here, back with another Detangle Talk, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel where I share my personal hair journey and tips, tricks, and product reviews to help you with your own. If that sounds interesting, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and tap the bell for notifications. So today I am making the long-awaited, not really, ain't nobody waiting, vegan video. I honestly never wanted to make a vegan video. And the reason why is because I feel like a lot of the vegan content that I watch on YouTube gets a lot of like negative comments. Like it just attracts people. They read vegan in the title and they're like, I have to go there and say something mean that I'm not really educated on. And so I'm like, oh Lord, I really don't want to be in that. I really don't want that to be something that happens to me. But I did receive the question, how did I go vegan? Like why I'm vegan. And then I was also asked, how long have I been vegan? So I said, okay, all right. I will make the vegan video and we'll see where it goes from there. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But anyway, my journey to veganism actually started a long time ago, actually. So growing up, I always made the connection that whatever we're eating on our plate used to be alive. Like it was a being. And I knew this, but I still ate it anyway, despite knowing and having the connection, as they call it. And so, and I also grew up in a household that had a different eating style, if you will. My dad used to be Muslim. He converted back from Islam like way before he met my mom, way before I was even thought about, way before my brother was even thought about. But, and then on top of that, my dad was a registered dietitian, as in like, college degree in dietetics and took the test and member of the American Dietetic Association and all that. So, and then even when my dad had converted back, he was also big on like, Old Testament talks about like unclean meats and stuff. So basically what I'm saying is we didn't really eat red meat in our house. No beef or pork for my dad at all. And my mom, though, loves beef or pork. So, like, let daddy be going somewhere. Ribs on deck, okay? So, it's not that I didn't eat it, but, like, if we go to Burger King, me, my brother, and my mom are having a burger. Dad's having a fish sandwich. You know what I'm saying? So, I learned early on about alternatives because everything we had just about was turkey. Ground turkey, turkey hot dogs. Turkey was not just a Thanksgiving thing in our house, like, at all. So I grew up in this environment and in this home. So I still had made the connection though, but I was still eating the animals that I realized were alive before they got on my plate. I sound like really weird and nasty, don't I was a weird kid. But anyway, in college, I met my friend Alyssa. And at the point that I had met Alyssa, so we're like 18 years old, she had already been a vegetarian for probably over 10 years, or at least at 10 years. It was a very long time that she had been vegetarian. And through being around Alyssa, I really learned how practical and how realistic vegetarianism could be. And how much, like, it didn't really matter what you're eating. Because what really matters is the relationships that you have with people. Because, like, we would go to places, and, like, the only vegetarian thing there might be a biscuit, right? Alyssa would sit there and eat that biscuit with so much joy, like it was the best biscuit in the world, and be so happy to be sitting there with everybody else at the table. I was like, okay. And so through being exposed to her, I really learned that vegetarianism was realistic and doable. And, then of course combining that with what was already in my mind. So I did do a lot of book reading. I called my dad, which my dad was very supportive of changing my diet. He was like, oh, that'll be great, blah, blah, blah. Here's some recipes, so on and such forth. So what I did was at first I tried flexitarianism. And that's when you eat a vegetarian diet some of the week and then you don't other parts of the week. So I would be vegetarian like Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I wouldn't. And I feel like flexitarianism, it didn't last long and it didn't work. It did have moments where I was doing Habitat for Humanity, and that's when you like build houses for people, like you're volunteers and you help build houses. And they gave us chicken, like boxed chicken, and this was during my flexitarianism period. And the chicken, I was looking at it because the chicken had like, sometimes chicken have veins and stuff in it. I was just looking at that chicken. Y'all, I ate it, but I ate it so slow. I don't even think I finished it. I ate it so slow, and I was like, okay, this flexitarianism, I'm not really sure about it because I'm not eating it, and then I'm eating it, and it's weirding me out when I eat it. And then I went home for the summer, and my mom has a very, she's not mean, but she has a very, like, dominant personality. It's her way or the highway, And I kind of felt like I didn't want to burden my mom or, like, ask her for anything special, because my mom's the type where she cooks that dinner, that's what you're eating or you're starving, and when that dinner is ready, everybody better come to this table and eat right now. And don't bring no devices or no Game Boy or nothing like that up over here. Everybody sit down. And that's big to my mom, and I didn't want to ask her to be like, hey mom, I'm not eating that, can you da-da-da. I just felt like, I never discussed it with my mom, but I just kind of felt like that wouldn't go over well. So, I'm trying to avoid my piercing here. I've had this a really long time. Look, this tragus piercing is about as old as this story. But anyway, so yeah, I fell off of that, and then eventually I did go back to school, and I eventually decided to become a pescatarian. And what a pescatarian is basically someone who, they're mostly eating a vegetarian diet, but they will eat fish from time to time. And some people who are pescatarians eat fish all the time. But I actually was more closely to a vegetarian, but I said I was a pescatarian to be like correct, because I don't want people out here thinking that vegetarians eat fish, because I'm telling you, y'all, vegetarians are tired of being asked if they eat fish. I am telling you. And I didn't want to be a part of that misconception. So I became a pescatarian, and it was easy because also of my culture. So I did say in another video, and actually said in several videos, I have Alabama parents, okay? But let me get specific on my mom. My mom is from the Gulf of Alabama. She is from a place called Mount Vernon, Alabama. Mount Vernon, Alabama. It's a very small town, and it is in Mobile County. So it is outside of Mobile, Alabama, the birthplace of Mardi Gras. I have to miss Mardi Gras now these days, because where I'm located in Florida, it's a plane ticket. So I'm not haven't been to Mardi Gras with the fam in a while. But anyway, so yeah, my mom is from this area, and of course, naturally, with it being a coastal area, seafood is like a big part of what people eat out there. And so pescatarianism worked very well for me. It was easy for me to bring it up to my mom. It was easy for my family to even make food for me and stuff, because like when it was time to make the gumbo, they would pull my plate over to the side before they added the sausages in there. So I would still have my gumbo plate. And I was still, my mom loves seafood restaurants, so I would still be up at the seafood restaurant with my mom and stuff like that. So because pescatarianism was so easy for me, I was a pescatarian, y'all, for 6 years. And I was certain that I would never, ever, 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 ever be vegan. Because why would I? Pescatarianism was where it was at, honey. It was so easy to do. And so after being pescatarian for 6 years, I was starting to watch more and more like vegan YouTube channels, and seeing how easy and practical veganism was. Just like with Alyssa and the vegetarianism, I was seeing how easy and practical it could be to be a vegan. I'm like, these people are eating normal food. They're normal people. Like, they're happy people. They're not, because there's all these stereotypes about vegans, and I, through exposure, just really saw that it doesn't have to be like that. And I was like, oh my goodness, okay. The veganism is doable. All right. So eventually, sorry, I'm focusing on my roots here. So eventually, I said, enough is enough. I had begun to feel a little weird, because I'm like, okay, I don't eat cows. I don't eat pigs. I don't eat my dog. And King's probably grateful for that. But I'm still eating the fish. Like I start to feel like a little conflicted about it. I start to feel strange. You know, I felt like myself was beating myself up basically. And eventually I just couldn't take the abuse from myself anymore. And so I decided to just go ahead and go vegan. Went ahead and went vegan. I was like, that's it. Going vegan no matter what anyone thinks or whatever the struggles may be, going vegan. I gotta do it. And I also didn't want to continue to support the industries. Like, y'all, I didn't know about the egg and dairy industry. I don't know what I thought. I thought cows magically produced milk for people. Well, not for people, but I just thought that they just produced milk. And I didn't know that they had to be pregnant like a person, like humans, how our milk works. And I know somebody, my husband's like, duh. I didn't know that. I did not know that. So, I was like, oh my God, like when I found out, like, how they're able to make milk, I was like, whoa, what? No way. So I went vegan at that point, and I've been vegan 4 years. We'll throw that out there. So I've been vegan for 4 years, and what has made veganism like easy for me to stay vegan is that I pretty much eat about the same diet that I ate before I went vegan. Like literally just making swaps for other stuff. So because I eat the same, because everybody always asks me, did I lose weight? Because I eat the same, I did not lose weight on veganism. I actually have gained weight. I'm about, I say maybe 10 pounds heavier, but I can still wear all of my clothes and stuff like that. Like, because I used to be really, really skinny. First of all, I used to be overweight. Then I was really, really skinny. And so because I was at like the bottom of that clothing range for my clothes, now I'm at the top of the little inches or whatever the range for my clothes. So that's why my clothes still fit and stuff like that. But yeah, veganism put a couple pounds on your girl. But I'm still not the size I was when I was overweight. I'm still not there, okay? I still only have one chin. Still have one chin. I used to have two. I have had two chins at a time. But anyway, yeah, so I also want to make this a point as far as I am not your super organic, natural, non-GMO, whatever other label type vegan. I am definitely, I saw this on YouTube and I so identified with it. I identified with it so hard. But basically, this person said that they are, it's like what I eat in a day, moderately healthy vegan. And no, I haven't seen the video, but the title alone resonated with me so much. And I'm like, I'm a moderately healthy vegan. That's exactly who I am. I so identify with whoever this person is. I'm gonna go look them up after this. I can't be talking about them and not watch the videos, because I think they have more than one video about this moderately healthy veganism. But yeah, I think that's definitely, you know, what I am. So like I eat packaged cereal just like everybody else does from time to time. Like I love Cinnamon Life. Cinnamon Life is so delicious. There is a little bit of ingredient checking when it comes to eating packaged foods for sure. So it is easier just to eat like fruits, vegetables, beans, bread. You know, well, some breads have honey and stuff like that in it, but most of them don't. So is a little bit of ingredient checking when anything comes in a package. But yeah, I eat packaged cereal with almond milk. I'm not above baked goods. I'm not above candy. I am not above fast food, honey. Pizza Hut, no cheese. So this is how I eat. And you know, they make it seem like you have to eat this like perfect vegan diet in order to even have a chance at being healthy. And it's not, that's just not true. So with me eating a moderately healthy diet, so like I eat most of my meals at home. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I like beans. You know, I do eat a variety of foods. I eat enough. That's a big problem. People go vegan and they don't eat enough calories. I eat a decent amount. I don't count calories, but I do think that I eat a decent amount of food for my hunger and that kind of stuff, following my satiety. And I was having severe leg pain, and my doctor pulled some blood from me because she wanted to see. Because I was noticing the pain would come around my menstrual cycle. So I had her, so she pulled blood and stuff like that to see. And y'all, my blood test came back like, oh, perfectly healthy. And this is after like 3 years of veganism and 3 years of moderately healthy veganism. And my blood test said, oh, sis, you straight. She tested for things because the doctor knew that I was vegan, so she tested for things like B12 and all that kind of stuff. Things that people think are vegan deficiencies, but they're really not. They're American deficiencies. So, yeah, like perfectly healthy. All my stuff came back healthy. And that's without me being super overly cautious, super protein combining, which is a myth, by the way. That has been debunked for years now, but people still believe it. Yeah. I'm not a crazy, super fanatic, healthy vegan, but I still have good blood tests. Like, moderately healthy. Moderately healthy. And, a good example of my moderately healthiness is that when I get done with my hair today, I'm actually about to go. I saw them at Publix, but I want to go and try those new carrot cake Oreos. I want to try those, and they don't contain any animal-derived ingredients at all, y'all. They don't. Oreos, and so far I have not encountered a single Oreo flavor that contains animal-derived ingredients. Now, the regular ones, they don't. They're fine. But when I noticed that the flavor ones were starting to come out, because, I went vegan 4 years ago. So when the flavor ones started to come out, I'm like, I don't know if these flavored Oreos going to be vegan or not. We definitely going to have to look into it, because I'm not so sure about these flavors. But I checked carrot cake, and it came back clean. No animal-derived ingredients. So I am going to definitely go and try the carrot cake Oreos. Here's my only complaint, and I don't know, do y'all feel this way? I don't like when the Oreos come in the big thing. Like, I just want to try them. Like, yeah, I live in a house with someone who also likes Oreos as well. But we're just two people, and we're not giving Oreos to King and Eris. That's the cat and the dog. We're not giving Oreos to them too. Like regular Oreos are sold in like the little roll where you only get a certain amount. They sell regular Oreos in those. I wish the flavored ones would come in that kind of packaging too, so you can just try it and you don't have like a whole tray that's gonna sit in my house for like a month. And the last few Oreos are gonna be stale because they've been sitting there. That's annoying. I can't stand it. And I know why they don't do it, because they don't want to do the packaging for like all of them. It's an economic thing. But oh my god, I would buy the heck out of just the flavor ones in the little roll. They do sell the vanilla ones in the roll. At the Walgreens up the street from my house sells the little vanilla ones in the roll. You can get those there. But I was like, definitely. But yeah, I really hope that I answered y'all's questions about veganism. And you know what, another question I know I'm going to get. People are going to ask me if my husband eats the way that I do. He does. But he's not as cautious with his purchases as I am. That's why he says he's not a vegan. He eats the way that a vegan eats, but as far as the whole lifestyle aspect of like not buying products that have animal-derived ingredients and stuff, he's not as cautious as I am with the purchasing. Like, you guys will notice that on my channel, even though my channel is not a vegan channel, you can almost rest assured that if I'm putting it in my hair, as far as I know, as far as I've checked on the ingredients, if I'm putting it in my hair, it is a product that is free of animal-derived ingredients. And I do have one video called Cruelty Free Curls. So I guess that counts as a vegan video, I suppose. But, not that many people watched it. But the little kit that's in the description box, a lot of people clicked on that. So the little product shopping thing underneath is getting a lot of traffic. But I'm not really sure a lot of people even watched that video. But it's about cruelty-free natural hair products. And they're easier to find. And it's easier to find products that don't have animal-derived ingredients. Because right now, I have been eyeballing the new Mono's hair collection, which should be released by the time this video comes out. It's releasing on what was my dad's birthday, so I should remember when it comes out. But as far as I was looking, none of the products contain animal-derived ingredients. They appear to be vegan at first glance, and she prominently displays, and you don't have to go on a scavenger hunt, that they're cruelty-free products, because sometimes you have to hunt these companies down to find out if they're cruelty free or not. But yeah, I looked and I was like, I'm definitely interested in it, and I love the purple packaging. It's really pretty. Right now on her website you can read all the ingredients and stuff, but of course I don't need to tell you that, because by the time that this video comes out, they'll already be in Sally Beauty, so you already know about it. But I definitely am interested in doing like maybe a one brand wash day with their products, because I checked all the ingredients that I would all the products that I would have to purchase. I checked all of their ingredients and it seemed to be straight. Of course, I would come back in it with my double check vegan app before I make any purchases, but it appears to be a go for me. I didn't do Pattern Beauty because all of her products, except for the oils, and I don't use raw oils on my hair, all of her products either had honey, and if they didn't have honey, they had beeswax, which makes sense with the packaging and the coloring and stuff. And I'm so excited for everyone who got her stuff. And I haven't watched a Pattern Beauty video yet. There's 2 in my watch later playlist, so I gotta go check them out. 2 people that I follow made a video, but I'm not gonna be purchasing them though, because they do contain animal derived ingredients. So I didn't do that, but I think I might do Mono's hair. So anyway, I think I'm going to wrap the video here, because I'm rambling a bit. I feel like I ramble in these videos. I'm surprised you guys even liked the last video, because I felt like I was totally rambling and like not really piecing everything together, because I got tons of little jaw-dropping little mini stories about what happened my first year of teaching. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the Detangle and Talk. If you still have any questions for me, you can drop that down in the comment section. And then if you have a question about something that doesn't even have to do with the topic of this video, either it be hair related or life related, it might show up in a video, or it might show up in a Detangle and Talk video. And it could be another topic, because these topics that I've talked about in these videos have been requested from you guys. I didn't just decide I want to talk about these topics. So, showing you my Mixed Chicks. I used less Mixed Chicks this time, and no spray bottle again. So wetting my hair in the shower before I come make these videos is working. It's effective. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I will talk to you in the next one.